Living alone in your golden years can be a wonderful journey, full of independence, freedom, and the joy of doing things your way. But let's be honest, it also comes with challenges. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Or found yourself skipping meals because cooking for one just doesn't feel the same? Maybe you felt a little too comfortable spending days without talking to another soul. If so, you're not alone. The truth is, aging independently isn't just about staying physically healthy. It's about keeping your mind sharp, your heart full, and your life safe and fulfilling. Today, we're diving into 12 things older adults should avoid when living alone. Mistakes that could make life harder, but also ones that are easy to fix once you know them. From steering clear of isolation to keeping your finances and home in order, these small changes can help you live not just independently, but joyfully. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's talk about how to make your golden years shine even brighter. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on tips and wisdom that truly make a difference. Now, let's get started. First, let's talk about something that's all too easy to slip into complete isolation. As we age, life naturally shifts, and sometimes without even realizing it, we begin to retreat from the world around us. Days blend into weeks, weeks into months, and before we know it, the quiet that once felt peaceful starts to feel overwhelmingly empty. I've heard so many stories of older adults who, despite having the best intentions, gradually lost touch with friends, family, and the places that once brought them joy. Social isolation doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in, subtly eroding our sense of purpose, connection, and happiness. That's why making the effort to stay engaged is one of the most powerful things you can do for your well-being. Staying connected doesn't mean forcing yourself into exhausting social obligations or overwhelming gatherings. Sometimes, it's the smallest steps that create the biggest impact. A weekly phone call with a loved one where laughter bridges the miles, a casual visit to a local event where familiar faces greet you with warmth, or even joining a social group, whether in person or online, can keep you tethered to a world full of meaning. I once heard about a woman who started volunteering at a local shelter once a week. At first, she hesitated, unsure of how she would fit in, but soon enough, that one day became the highlight of her week, filling her life with unexpected friendships and a renewed sense of purpose. By taking even the smallest steps to maintain social ties, you safeguard yourself from loneliness and embrace the beauty of shared moments. These moments, however brief, can reignite joy, reminding you that life is richer when experienced with others. Staying connected isn't just about having company. It's about fully participating in life, allowing yourself to be seen, valued, and included. It's about cherishing the wealth of experiences that come with human connection. At first, it might take a little effort, but the warmth of shared stories, love, and laughter is always worth it. Next, let's look at something equally important: your health. Living alone often creates a sense of comfort and independence, but it can also lead to an illusion of safety. Without someone reminding you to stick to daily routines or encouraging you to see the doctor, it's all too easy to let things slide. Yet as we age, the risks increase. There's no one nudging you to take your medication or urging you to book that checkup, so prioritizing your health becomes a responsibility that requires real commitment. I once read about a gentleman who kept postponing his doctor's visit, always telling himself he'd go next week. But weeks turned into months, and what started as minor health concerns quietly escalated into something far more serious. His story was filled with regret. He wished he had taken his health more seriously, while he still had the power to make a difference. Let this be your reminder: don't wait when it comes to your well-being. Set reminders on your phone, mark appointments on your calendar, and most importantly, listen to your body. Small actions, like taking a daily walk or practicing gentle stretching, may seem insignificant, But over time, they work wonders. Picture yourself stepping outside, feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin, breathing in the crisp air, and giving yourself a moment of peace. These habits may appear small, but their impact accumulates, keeping both your body and mind in balance. And don't overlook the importance of mental health. Living alone can sometimes bring feelings of loneliness or anxiety, and bottling those emotions up can be a slippery slope. Talking to a trusted friend, a family member, or even a professional can be incredibly healing, and there is absolutely no shame in seeking support. Your emotional well-being deserves just as much care as your physical health. Taking time for yourself in this way isn't just about checking a box. It's an act of kindness toward yourself, a way of investing in your own happiness and future. Because when you feel your best, life opens up and you're free to enjoy it to the fullest. Let's move on to safety. It's easy to feel confident handling daily tasks on your own, especially when you've been doing it for years. But as we age, prioritizing safety becomes more important than ever. It's tempting to dismiss small precautions, telling yourself, "I've always been fine." Yet all it takes is one unexpected moment for everything to change. Taking proactive safety measures is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to protect yourself and maintain your independence. I once read about a woman who had a minor fall in her kitchen. It wasn't life-threatening, but she couldn't reach her phone and spent hours alone before help arrived. That experience changed her perspective, and she invested in a personal emergency response system, a simple device that allows her to call for help at the press of a button. That small change gave her peace of mind, knowing that if she ever needed assistance, she wouldn't be alone. Making small adjustments around your home can make all the difference. Proper lighting, particularly in hallways, staircases, and bathrooms, is essential. A single misstep in a dimly lit area can lead to a preventable accident. Ensuring your home is well lit isn't just about convenience, it's about security. Home safety also includes external protection. It might seem excessive, but simple measures like installing security cameras or asking a trusted neighbor to check in periodically can provide an added layer of reassurance. These precautions aren't about fear or paranoia. They're about protecting the independence you've worked so hard to maintain. Feeling secure in your space isn't just comforting, it enhances your quality of life. These small but meaningful steps are acts of self-care, a way of honoring your well-being and ensuring you continue enjoying life on your terms. Next, we need to touch on habits. Living alone offers a sense of freedom, but it also removes the built-in accountability that comes with having others around. This independence is empowering, yet it can also quietly allow less than ideal habits to take root. It might start small, skipping a meal here and there, lingering on the couch a little longer than planned, but over time, these minor choices can snowball into patterns that impact overall well-being. I once heard about a woman who, after losing her husband, found herself relying on comfort foods and long hours of television to fill her days. It wasn't intentional, but slowly, these habits began to affect both her body and mind. It wasn't until she noticed her energy dwindling and her health suffering that she decided to make a change. She started with small, manageable shifts, preparing simple, nutritious meals and setting small goals like taking short daily walks. She didn't attempt an overnight transformation. Instead, she focused on small, practical adjustments that gradually made her feel more energized and connected to herself. The key isn't perfection, but intention. Consider the small, meaningful goals you can set for yourself. Maybe preparing a few healthy meals each week, committing to a daily walk, or engaging in a hobby that keeps you moving. The goal isn't to meet some unrealistic standard, but to honor your health, gift yourself vitality, and create a lifestyle that nurtures your well-being. Even the smallest habits can make a world of difference, reinforcing the idea that caring for yourself is a daily act of self-respect. And then there's the question of your home itself. Over the years, your home has been the heart of countless memories. The walls have absorbed laughter, love, and the everyday moments that make life beautiful. It's natural to feel deeply attached. But as life moves forward, maintaining a larger home can become physically and emotionally exhausting. Many people hold on to their homes out of a sense of duty or nostalgia, but sometimes that choice carries a greater burden than they realize. I remember a woman who had raised her family in a beautiful, spacious home. When her children moved out, she spent years keeping up with the endless cleaning, yard work, and repairs. Even when she started to feel overwhelmed, she struggled with the idea of downsizing, as if leaving the house meant letting go of the years spent there. But gradually, she realized that maintaining a home that no longer suited her needs was draining her energy and limiting her ability to enjoy life. After much soul-searching, she made the difficult decision to move into a smaller, more manageable space. Almost instantly, she felt a weight lift from her shoulders. For the first time in years, she could relax without the constant stress of upkeep. The transition wasn't easy, but it gave her a newfound sense of freedom. Freedom to enjoy her days without being tied down by chores and maintenance. Downsizing isn't the right choice for everyone, but it's worth considering how much space and responsibility you truly need at this stage of life. If staying in your home feels like the best option for you, that's perfectly valid. Just remember, there's no shame in asking for help. Whether it's hiring someone to manage yard work, getting assistance with housekeeping, or asking a family member to handle small repairs, your home should be a place of peace, not a source of stress. Whether through downsizing or simply accepting a bit of extra support, making choices that allow you to live comfortably and focus on what truly matters is one of the best gifts you can give yourself. As we talk about making life simpler, another essential point to touch on is finding a sense of purpose. One of the greatest challenges of living alone, especially after retirement or the loss of a spouse, is that lingering feeling that life has lost some of its meaning. Without the daily structure of work or the responsibilities of caring for others, time can feel empty, and the days may start to blur together. I've heard countless stories from older adults who describe waking up in the morning, struggling to find a reason to get out of bed, wondering what their place in the world still is. But the truth is, your life holds extraordinary value at every stage. There is always something new to learn, passions to explore, and contributions to make. This phase of life is the perfect time to reconnect with interests you may have set aside during the busy years of raising a family or working. Perhaps you've always wanted to paint, learn to play an instrument, or dive into gardening as a way to find peace and fulfillment. These aren't just hobbies, they are lifelines, ways to keep your mind sharp, your heart full, and your days meaningful. One particularly touching story I recall is about a man who decided to volunteer as a mentor for young people in his community. At first, he wasn't sure if he could truly make an impact, but over time, he realized that guiding and encouraging others gave his life a renewed sense of purpose. It wasn't just about teaching skills, it was about sharing his life experiences, his wisdom, and knowing that he was still contributing something valuable to the world. The connections he built through this experience became a source of deep fulfillment and belonging. So if you find yourself searching for purpose, start with something small. It could be learning a new skill, volunteering, or rekindling an old passion. Keep exploring, even if it's just one small step at a time. Living alone does not mean living without purpose. In fact, you now have the freedom to design your days in a way that truly brings you joy and fulfillment. Life is still full of possibilities, and every day is another opportunity to rediscover what makes you feel alive. Your home environment is another area that holds more power over your well-being than you might realize. Living alone gives you the freedom to shape your space exactly how you like it, but it also makes it easy to let things slide when there's no one else around to notice. Small tasks pile up, clutter accumulates, and before you know it, your home, once a place of comfort, can start to feel overwhelming, both physically and emotionally. I remember hearing about a woman who, after losing her husband, slowly lost interest in keeping up with her home. Papers stacked up, unfinished projects lingered, and once loved corners of her house started to feel chaotic rather than peaceful. It wasn't until a close friend visited and helped her sort through the mess that she realized how much her surroundings had been weighing on her. Her home had become a reflection of the internal grief and uncertainty she was feeling. But as she cleared the space, she found herself feeling lighter, more in control, and even more hopeful. Your home is where you spend most of your time. It should be a sanctuary, not a source of stress. You don't need to overhaul everything at once. Start small. Tidy up one area, clear off a cluttered surface, or set up a simple system to keep everyday essentials within easy reach. These small efforts can transform your space into one that nurtures your peace of mind rather than adding to life's burdens. A clean, organized home doesn't just look nice, it brings clarity, calm, and a sense of control over your environment. And more importantly, it should reflect the peace and comfort you deserve in this stage of life. Another aspect that tends to get overlooked when living alone is time. Without the structure of work or the routine of caring for family, the days can start to blend together, making it easy to lose track of time. This lack of structure can leave you feeling adrift, unsure of what day it is, or even questioning the purpose of each passing moment. But the good news is, you have the power to reclaim your time and infuse each day with meaning by creating a simple, intentional routine. I recall a story about a man who, after retiring, found himself stuck in a cycle of inactivity. Without a clear plan for how to fill his days, he often felt lost, unmotivated, and disconnected from the world around him. Determined to make a change, he set up a simple weekly structure, designating one day for grocery shopping, taking a morning walk every day, and setting aside time to engage in a hobby he once loved. These small, consistent actions gave his days shape and rhythm, making him feel more in tune with life again. Your home is where you spend most of your time. It should be a sanctuary, not a source of stress. You don't need to overhaul everything at once. Start small. Tidy up one area, clear off a cluttered surface, or set up a simple system to keep everyday essentials within easy reach. These small efforts can transform your space into one that nurtures your peace of mind rather than adding to life's burdens. A clean, organized home doesn't just look nice, it brings clarity, calm, and a sense of control over your environment. And more importantly, it should reflect the peace and comfort you deserve in this stage of life. Then there's the question of sentimental items. Over the years, we collect countless objects that hold deep meaning, reminders of cherished moments, beloved people, and the life we've built. These items can be comforting, but when they start accumulating, they can turn a home into an overwhelming space, making it harder to find clarity and peace. There's a delicate balance between treasuring memories and allowing possessions to weigh on your spirit. I recall a story of a woman who struggled to part with her late husband's belongings. She kept everything, his clothes, books, even old receipts, believing that letting go of them would mean losing him all over again. But as time passed, she realized that clinging to every object was preventing her from moving forward. With the gentle support of her children, she carefully sorted through his things, keeping only a few deeply meaningful items and letting the rest go. The process was emotional, but as she cleared the space, she felt a newfound lightness, as if she was finally allowing herself to step into the next chapter of her life while still carrying his memory in her heart. If you find yourself overwhelmed by sentimental clutter, consider choosing a few special items to keep while releasing the rest. Taking photos of certain objects can be a way to preserve their memory without holding on to the physical items. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting, It means making room for new experiences while still honoring the past. By decluttering, you're not just creating physical space, you're giving yourself emotional freedom, allowing the most treasured memories to stay with you. Not in the form of things, but in the stories and love you carry forward. Another crucial point is emergency preparedness. Living alone comes with a sense of independence, but it also means being solely responsible for your safety in unexpected situations. Whether it's a power outage, a sudden health issue, or a natural disaster, being prepared can make the difference between facing an emergency with confidence or feeling overwhelmed and vulnerable. Taking proactive steps ensures that no matter what happens, you remain in control and can navigate challenges with a sense of security. I recall a story about an older gentleman who endured a brutal winter storm that knocked out power across his entire town. He had always assumed he could handle anything, but when the lights went out, so did his sense of control. With no backup light sources and a phone battery that quickly drained, he was left isolated in the dark, unable to reach out for help. The experience was a wake-up call. Determined never to feel that helpless again, he took action. He purchased a portable phone charger, stocked up on emergency supplies, and invested in battery-operated lanterns. These small, simple changes gave him an immense sense of peace, knowing that if disaster struck again, he wouldn't be caught off guard. Emergency preparedness is an essential form of self-care, particularly when living alone. It starts with small but impactful steps. Keep a list of emergency contacts in an easily accessible place. Assemble a basic emergency kit with essentials like bottled water, non-perishable food, necessary medications, flashlights, extra batteries, and a first aid kit. Make it a habit to keep your phone charged and consider getting a backup battery to ensure you're never without a way to call for help. If you live in an area prone to extreme weather, take the time to prepare in advance. Stock up on essentials and have a plan for where you can seek shelter if needed. Being prepared isn't about living in fear. It's about maintaining your independence and ensuring your well-being. It's a small investment in your future self, allowing you to feel secure and confident in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. When you take these precautions, you're not just safeguarding yourself, you're reinforcing the freedom and control you've worked so hard to maintain. Now let's talk about another often overlooked area: financial organization. Managing money might not be the most exciting part of life, but it becomes even more critical as we age. Without structure, bills pile up, important documents get misplaced, and financial oversight can slip through the cracks, creating unnecessary stress. Living alone means there's no one else to double-check things, making it essential to stay on top of your finances. I recall a story about a woman who prided herself on her independence, but didn't realize how disorganized her finances had become until months had passed. When she finally reviewed her bank statements, she was shocked to discover she had been paying for services she no longer used, and had missed several bill payments she assumed were handled. The experience left her feeling overwhelmed and unsure of where to start. With the help of a trusted family member, she was able to set up a simple system, regain control, and, most importantly, find peace of mind. Creating financial order doesn't have to be complicated. Automating bill payments for essentials like utilities, rent, or mortgage ensures you never have to worry about missing deadlines. Make it a habit to review your bank statements regularly, even if it's just once a month, to catch any unexpected charges or fees. Keep all essential documents, bank statements, wills, insurance policies, organized in a secure yet easily accessible location. If managing finances alone feels overwhelming, don't hesitate to ask for help from a trusted friend, family member, or even a financial advisor. Seeking support isn't a sign of weakness. It's a smart way to safeguard your financial health and ensure your long-term stability. When your finances are well organized, you're not just managing money, You're giving yourself the freedom to focus on the things that truly bring you joy, knowing that the practical aspects of life are taken care of. Now let's shift gears to discuss safety within your home. As we age, our homes become more than just a place to live. They are our sanctuaries, filled with memories and familiar comforts. But living alone also comes with its own set of challenges, especially when it comes to safety, well-being, and maintaining independence. The key to thriving on your own isn't just about getting through the day. It's about creating an environment that allows you to live fully, comfortably, and most importantly, securely. One of the best ways to start is by assessing your home for potential risks. Think of it as future-proofing your space. The goal is to ensure that your home supports your lifestyle now and continues to be a safe, accessible place in the years to come. Walk through each room, paying close attention to high-traffic areas like hallways, staircases, and the kitchen. Loose rugs, cluttered spaces, and poor lighting may seem harmless, but they can pose serious hazards over time. A simple misplaced rug or a dimly lit staircase can lead to a fall that changes everything. Adding nightlights in hallways, using brighter bulbs in stairwells, and making sure entryways are well lit can make a tremendous difference in preventing accidents. Another easy but effective adjustment is installing grab bars and handrails in key areas. As we age, balance and mobility can change, making these supports invaluable. The bathroom, in particular, is a high-risk area for slips and falls. Adding grab bars near the toilet and inside the shower or tub provides stability and confidence in daily routines. Similarly, ensuring that staircases have secure railings on both sides can provide added support when going up and down. These small changes are not just safety features. They are investments in maintaining independence, allowing you to move around freely without fear. Speaking of the bathroom, there are additional modifications that can make it a safer and more comfortable space. Non-slip mats inside the shower and on the bathroom floor are essential in preventing slips. A shower chair offers stability and allows you to bathe comfortably without worrying about standing on a wet surface. Raising the height of the toilet seat can also ease strain on the knees and back, making it easier to sit and stand. A handheld shower head adds flexibility and control, making daily hygiene routines smoother and safer. These modifications are not about taking away independence. They're about ensuring that your space evolves with your needs, making everyday tasks easier and stress-free. The kitchen, another high-traffic area, should be designed for both convenience and safety. Keeping frequently used items within reach, rather than on high shelves, reduces the risk of overreaching or climbing on stools. Using utensils with easy grip handles and oven mitts that provide full coverage can prevent burns and strain. Whenever possible, opting for a microwave instead of a stovetop for heating meals is a safer alternative. Having a fire extinguisher readily available and knowing how to use it is also an important safety measure. Simplifying your kitchen setup isn't just about accident prevention. It's about making meal preparation an enjoyable and stress-free part of your day. Beyond physical safety, technology has become an incredible tool for enhancing independence. Personal Emergency Response Systems, PERS, provide peace of mind by allowing you to call for help at the push of a button. These devices, worn as a necklace or wristband, ensure that assistance is always within reach, whether it's for a fall, a medical emergency, or just needing support. Smart home technology is another asset. Motion sensor lighting can illuminate hallways at night, reducing fall risks, and voice-activated assistants can help set reminders for medications, appointments, or even daily check-ins with family members. These technologies aren't just about convenience. They serve as an extra layer of security, allowing you to live independently with confidence. Maintaining regular communication with loved ones is just as important as maintaining a safe home. Checking in regularly through phone calls or video chats with family members or close friends offers both emotional support and practical reassurance. If mobility or distance is an issue, technology bridges that gap. Video calls allow you to see and interact with loved ones no matter where they are. Additionally, asking family members to set reminders for important tasks, such as doctor's appointments or medication refills, can add an extra level of support. Engaging with the wider community, whether through hobby groups, book clubs, or volunteer activities, also nurtures social connections and prevents isolation. Emergency preparedness is another crucial factor when living alone. Unexpected events, whether a power outage, a medical emergency, or extreme weather, can be overwhelming without a plan in place. Take the time to create an emergency plan that includes important contacts, family members, neighbors, and emergency services. Keep a written list of these numbers in an easy-to-find location, along with important documents such as medical records and insurance information. Having an emergency kit with essentials like bottled water, non-perishable food, a flashlight, extra medications, and a battery-powered phone charger can provide security in times of uncertainty. Running through your emergency plan with family or trusted friends ensures that everyone knows what to do if the unexpected happens. While we've covered practical aspects of safety and preparedness, it's equally important to reflect on what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. Living alone offers a unique opportunity to shape your days in a way that aligns with your values and desires. It's a time to reconnect with what makes you happy, whether it's diving into a new hobby, embracing creative outlets, or simply finding peace in a routine that feels fulfilling. The independence of living alone is empowering, but it also comes with the responsibility of prioritizing self-care, well-being, and emotional fulfillment. At this stage in life, it's about creating a space where you feel safe, comfortable, and at peace. Whether that means making small adjustments to your home, integrating technology for added security, staying connected with loved ones, or being prepared for unexpected situations, every step you take contributes to a life that is not just independent, but also enriching. Independence should never mean isolation, and safety should never come at the cost of joy. By making thoughtful changes today, you ensure that your home remains the place where you feel secure, happy, and truly at ease in the years to come. Let's talk about small yet meaningful ways to make living alone not just manageable, but truly enjoyable. It starts with embracing simple daily rituals that bring joy and structure to your day. Something as effortless as brewing a cup of tea each morning and sipping it by the window as the sunlight streams in can set a peaceful tone. Taking a few moments to stretch and breathe deeply before diving into the day can refresh both body and mind. Ending the evening by jotting down a few things you're grateful for can shift your perspective, allowing you to close the day with contentment rather than restlessness. I recall a gentleman who rediscovered his passion for woodworking after years of setting it aside for work and family. He committed to spending just 1 hour each evening in his workshop, carving and creating, simply for the joy of it. That small routine transformed his days, giving him purpose, fulfillment, and a quiet satisfaction that had been missing. These moments, whether spent reading, gardening, painting, or even simply sitting in stillness, can profoundly enrich your experience of living alone. When you prioritize joy in these little ways, you're not just passing time, you're creating a life filled with meaning, purpose, and personal delight. Let's take a moment to reflect on how far you've come and how much you've achieved. Living independently is a remarkable accomplishment, and the experiences you've gathered over the years are treasures that no one can take away. This stage of life is not about slowing down or fading into the background. It's about celebrating all that you've learned, all that you have to give, and embracing the freedom that comes with age. You are wiser, stronger, and more resilient than ever before, and now is the time to use that wisdom to create a life filled with peace, joy, and connection. Every small adjustment, from staying socially engaged and maintaining a safe living environment to nurturing the simple pleasures that bring you happiness, is about shaping a life that truly serves and supports you. Life may look different now, but it is no less meaningful. The choices you make today can profoundly impact your happiness tomorrow. And if you've stayed with me until now, I want to sincerely thank you. Your presence and engagement mean the world. By carrying these lessons forward, you are gifting yourself a life that is safer, richer, and filled with joy. If you found value in our time together, I encourage you to like this video, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe for more content designed to support your journey. Living alone does not mean being alone. Your life is woven with connections, memories, and stories that continue to bring depth and richness to your days. Embrace your independence with confidence, knowing that you have the power to shape this chapter in a way that brings you fulfillment and happiness. Each day is a new opportunity to live with purpose, to cherish the moments, and to find joy in the freedom you have earned. Thank you for being here, and may the days ahead be filled with laughter, health, and the quiet satisfaction of a life well lived.